getting 8 hours, they're planning their day off.
All right. City Council come to order. Call the roll, please.
Norris.
Here.
Rogers.
Here.
Wellman.
Here.
Ely. Here. Godwin.
Here.
Cole. Kindle.
Here. Okay, let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Approval of the minutes. Everyone should have received minutes from last meeting. Any additions or corrections? If not, those will stand approved. Approval of the agenda. We do have a need for an executive. Other than that, for personnel. Other than that, no other changes.
Make a motion to.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to approve the agenda as amended. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Wellman.
Yes.
Ely. Yes. Godwin.
Yes.
Kindle.
Yes. Okay, we'll move on. Public hearing, nothing scheduled tonight. Anyone wishing to address council, please step forward. There is a sheet to sign your name and address for the minutes for the record and state your case.
Hi, thank you. My name is Amber Hutt. I grew up here in Greenville and I work down on Broadway. And I'm here today because I have real concerns over the removal of the benches on downtown Broadway. I sent an email a few days ago regarding me coming up and speaking. I didn't get any responses, but that's okay. I'm concerned for those who shop on Broadway, those who are elderly, who have disabilities, and anyone who may need a place to stop and rest while visiting our local stores. I'm also concerned for our local businesses on Broadway. Those shops are losing business because a large group of our citizens can no longer shop on Broadway without risking their health. They're also losing business because they are being blamed for this controversial decision. And even though many business owners have come forward stating that they have no knowledge or say in this decision, a lot of people on social media have put them at blame and have stopped shopping there. I'm also concerned for the homeless people in our area who might be losing one of their only places to be able to rest. According to the National Homeless Organization, removing benches and other forms of hostile architecture like this is considered is just hiding these individuals from view and displacing them, which can cause sleep deprivation, chronic stress, exposure to extreme weather conditions, illness, injury, health decline, and mental health decline. All of this makes it significantly more difficult for any person to seek support and stabilization. Based on the research I have done, not only does this bench removal not solve the problems that the mayor has referred to in the media, but it can make those problems significantly worse. A resource officer in Greenville, whose job it is to help people find jobs, housing, mental health resources, recovery resources, and so on, provided me with some information in regards to the current housing options in Greenville. She has stated that most rental agencies are now requiring that you show 3 times the monthly rent income to be considered, and rent averages now between $750 to $1,200 a month. So you have to be making 3 times that in order to rent. Rapid rehousing is an option, but you have to show proof of income for the last 30 days. There are sober living and mental health resources. However, there are stipulations that make it somewhat difficult to maintain. Sober living is a good program, but people are frequently asked to leave without having another place for them to go. The Wayne House is a temporary housing situation for those that have serious mental health diagnosis, and it's not given a very fair chance to settle in and prove their stability before they are moved out. The DTH house in Bradford has been somewhat successful. However, the referral process can be cumbersome, and very rarely do they let anyone from Greenville come in. And there's currently no homeless shelter in Darke County. There's also very little accommodation for handicapped accessible housing. And currently on Section 8 housing vouchers, there is a freeze. They're accepting applications, but there is a 2-year waiting list for subsidizing housing in the county. I don't like bringing up issues that I don't have ideas on how to solve. A homeless shelter or more shelter houses like we have up by the park and the high school could be brought up around the area. Bringing in more mental health resources would also be useful. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has a page on their website dedicated to homelessness resources and programs that include resources for persons experiencing homelessness, resources for policymakers and providers, HHS operating and staff division resources, and federal links relevant to homelessness. I understand that there is nothing that will be a perfect solution, that sometimes people refuse to get the help they may need, but removing the benches does significantly more harm than it does good, and it doesn't solve any of the issues that the mayor has stated was behind the removal. So before I step down, I just had a couple questions I wanted to ask. A few of them I'll admit were directed to the mayor, as he's the only one I've seen come forward and speak about it in the media, or just in public in general. Mayor Whitaker was quoted in the Daily Advocate as saying, as far as having places where those coming downtown can take a bit of rest, many of the businesses have added tables, chairs, as well as benches outside of their businesses, allowing them to do so. However, if public benches were considered a safety concern, why aren't the benches and seating placed by businesses not a safety concern? Is it because where a person sits isn't really the safety concern, or is it because the benches aren't city property, so it's no longer a city council safety concern? Mayor Whitaker was also quoted saying, we have a tremendous number of organizations providing places to live for the homeless, food for the hungry, clothes for the needy, and help and assistance with those addictions. However, as I stated a little bit ago, after talking with the resource officer, there doesn't seem to be nearly as many resources as this implies. I was curious if there was any resources you guys were aware of that any resources that you might be aware of that aren't as easy to find for everyone else, and whether you've personally tried to help someone get aid through those. The removal of benches on Broadway is exclusionary to several groups of people in our community. How do you decide which of Greenville's citizens deserve your protection, and how easy is that protection to lose? In my time working in the area, I've heard many elected officials in Greenville and in Darke County discuss ways to get younger people moved into the area as the population is aging. But why would someone move to an area that shows it doesn't have care and empathy for its entire population, for all of its citizens? And finally, the You Matter mural on the side of Hallmark. I think that was a beautiful addition, but I'm curious to know what are the terms and conditions on deciding who really matters in Greenville. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate your willingness to listen to your citizens that you represent with an open mind. And I have copies of what I've said here, the housing options that the resource officer gave me, as well as my original email with the sources I've used, if you would want copies. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And just to clarify, all of you were sent an email, but our firewall blocked it, and I just found it today, so I'll forward that to you.
I was gonna say, I just looked and I didn't see it.
Good.
And if I may, Amber, on the additional resources, was that on that original email, or did you have additional?
No, but I have additional copies of everything under the original email if you all want.
Yeah, paper copy would be good. Yep. Kim can take care of that. I just thought if that one got blocked, in case you send another one, we'll have it there. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Hello, my name is Ryan Acker. I'm with the LGBT Center. I'm on the Suicide Prevention Coalition of Darke, Miami, and Shelby counties, and I'm also here as a resident. I also happen to be someone who specializes in something called care coordination. I was going to come here a couple of weeks ago to discuss some issues that I found about the gaps in services we have for homelessness and people who are living in crisis and need mental health care. But removing the benches raised more awareness about this issue than I could have paid for. So here's the real issue. The homeless shelter in Darke County is closed. It's going to be closed for at least another 30 days. So I want to explain something to you about homelessness and how it works with a human being. It takes about 3 days for any person to decompensate. Everybody in this room, doesn't matter how rich you are, doesn't matter how well together you are, in 3 days, that's how long it takes for somebody's mind to change, for a physical change to happen to a person's brain, to the way that they think and behave to change. And so there's a lot of blame placed on people who are experiencing homelessness, but every single human being's body and mind changes after 3 days. So the issue is the homeless shelter is closed. So even if people are perfect, if they become homeless in Darke County, there is a crisis looming because we do not have a resource. There is also specialized housing. This community actually cares about people. We've had a mental health levy for a long time. So there's funding set aside for people with severe and persistent mental health condition, people living with addictions. There's a waiting list. So we have people with critical needs that are known to have critical and long-standing persistent mental health conditions living on the streets in Darke County. They're eligible for services. They cannot get in, and every agency knows that they are living on the street. In order for this to exist, everybody is kind of silently accommodating the fact that we know there's nothing we can do. And I have to tell you, it's really difficult for someone like me to know that there's a man sleeping in a tent who shouldn't be there. And that every single minute, it's not every single day, but every single minute, his quality of life and his ability to recover is diminished. That waiting list is long. The housing vouchers are frozen. Some of that has to do with the federal government. I went and talked to the county commissioners. They said that that is a Fed issue. We need to have those housing vouchers unfrozen. We have to advocate for that. What it means is that we don't have housing vouchers for people with disabilities, people who are suffering from victims of abuse, families. Do you know that a significant number of people that are homeless in Darke County are families with children? It's because they don't have enough money to live, but we don't have any resources for them. Those people and those kids are going through that 3-day cycle that I talked about. This isn't just a political issue. There is a lot of misunderstanding about what it means to have addiction and homelessness. I'm happy to provide a training about that, but we have a crisis here. We also have a huge waiting list on counseling. Suicide prevention advocates are doing a great job of getting people to call and pick up the phone and seek counseling, but when they call the agency, they say, there's a waiting list. We don't know what to tell you. This is a crisis that is looming. It is going to get even more critical unless we step forward. We need housing, we need counselors, and we need people to come here. We are having a problem attracting providers to our area. One of the things that we have to do is to make sure that this is an inclusive area that brings people to the community. I think all of this stuff we can work together to do. There are agencies in this community who are working together. There are things that we can do. I'm happy to be a part of that. Thank you for allowing us to bring awareness to this issue. It came to my attention that the organizations who serve all of these people were not aware of the critical crisis. Right now, they're not communicating and they're not able to fill the gaps that are existing. This is a crisis. What I need as a human, as someone who does this kind of work, is I need some immediate solutions. Because we have people living on the street right now. Community Unity, they have been doing a great job of extending their policy. So they have a 3-day policy to put somebody in a hotel. They've been giving people up to 2 weeks. But at the end of that 2 weeks, they say, sorry, it's done. And so we have people with fatal, I have to be careful what I say so I don't tell anybody's business. We have people who are on the verge of physical harm and also mental health crisis that need support, and we cannot get it. We need something that can do a hotel voucher. We need something to get shelter over people's heads right away, and we need it yesterday. So I'm hoping that now we're all aware, right? These conversations are going to start taking place about the crisis of homelessness and available shelter and housing costs that we have here and the counseling needs that we have here. We can all start working together, and that's going to take some time. That's great. I think we will. But we need something immediately. We need something immediately. I do not know how to say it, but There's a crisis. We have people who are on the streets who shouldn't be there. They're eligible for services. Nobody in this room would think that they should be on the street, and we cannot do anything about it. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I trust that you will call on me if I can be of help to you. I trust that you will work with other people in this room, in this city, to make things happen. Thank you for your time.
Excuse me before you leave.
Yeah.
Would you please give me your name again?
Yes, I sure will. My name is Ryan, and my last name
Ryan?
is Acker, A-C-K-E-R.
And what is the name of your organization again?
The LGBT Center of Darke County.
Okay.
Q+, it's a very long name.
Down at the old radio station. as
That's
we
right,
call it,
yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Is there any way of knowing what the difference is of the last several years? Did you say there's a crisis now? There hasn't been?
I have learned some things, and I'm not exactly sure. So in our area, some of the things, it's important to me to not criticize, but I am frustrated, and so I'm trying to balance my words. We have a mental health levy in Darke County. So we have an agency that is supposed to monitor what we have available here. So some of the things that I'm learning is that prior to COVID, we had a homeless outreach coordinator and that worked for that agency that served Darke County, and that was incredible because what that person did was they would go to find someone who was homeless. They would work with them. They would get them on Social Security because a lot of people who are homeless have other issues that would make them eligible for that. So they would help them with that process. They would connect them to the housing right away. That position, I learned, ended in 2020. So we no longer have that position. So even if we're thinking about planning, having that position in Darke County would help us. It gets people connected to that service right away. That's one of the things that happened. I think the other thing is that we've had some staffing changes, some new people, that's all good. But I think that some coordination is gonna start happening. So CAP, I think they're getting ready to restart the continuum of care, which brings all the agencies together, but they're just starting that. It hasn't been in operation for a while.
There's no numbers. You don't have any idea.
Well,
Almost numbers.
on homelessness, so the waiting list that was referred to earlier on HUD vouchers, right? That has been a 2-year waiting list for a long time. The issue now is that there's a freeze on it. So we're not getting any new vouchers. So even though the waiting list has always been in place, people used to get prioritized based on their situation. If they were homeless, if they were a parent, there are a number of criteria that would move somebody to the front of that list. It doesn't matter anymore because that funding is frozen at the federal level.
So it's interesting that just since it's been a little bit nicer out, that we see these people more. So where were they?
Well, those are two different issues. So one is that we have always had, and this has been a growing crisis in Greenville for a while, but part of it had to do with when the shelter closed, to tell you the truth. As soon as we had a shelter here, and when the shelter closed, that put a lot of people into crisis because the only option is that they send them out of county. Well, first of all, those shelters are also closed, and second of all, how is somebody without a phone or a car going to get there? There's a whole bunch of things that are strategic barriers when we tell someone, oh, they can just do this thing. Well, they really can't. The thing that you're talking about, though, is about weather and whether or not people can live when it's nice out. Well, the truth is one of our basic human needs is shelter, right? And so when it's nice out, basic human needs don't require us to seek shelter. But in the wintertime, it makes us go into a program if we can. But in Greenville, none of that matters. Those resources are not available. I could go to the park and I could say, hey, I really encourage you to get housing, and I would be wrong because the truth is that they cannot get housing in Greenville. They cannot get into shelter. They cannot get into mental health care. These things are not possible right now. Does that help?
No.
No,
Did that help you understand? I mean, I guess I'm just telling you, Mr. Mayor had said there are resources available. I think so many people believe that. I think so many people want that to be true. The answer is it's not true. It's not true right now. That help is not around. Yes.
If the number of homeless, whether it be mental health issues or whatever, how many of them do you think that would actually want the help because of drugs or alcohol consumption, et cetera?
So the truth is, this is the truth from me as somebody who, this is my job. Nobody chooses to be homeless. After about 3 days, when I talk to you about that situation where our brains change, I have an exercise if you all would like to do it. It doesn't matter, because what happens is your brain changes. And so all the things, there's always an alarm going off in your head that says, where am I going to go to the bathroom? Where am I going to get a job? Instead of instead of planning for what you're going to do for dinner, next week, vacation, savings, all of that, your brain switches to a thing where it's planning minute by minute. So this takes a lot of your primary decision-making capacity. So when somebody is in that situation, even, again, if they didn't suffer with that before, they're much more likely to begin suffering from a mental health condition or an addiction. The reason people turn to drugs and alcohol on the street is because it starts to quiet that noise, that thing that makes you wonder, what am I going to do? So what we find is that the longer someone is homeless, the more likely they are to develop a mental health condition and the more likely they are to develop an addiction. Can we get those people into housing? Sure, but it takes someone who's going to talk to them and understand them. So if you go up to them and you're saying, you're a jerk, get out of here, you're doing this, well, that's not going to work. It has to be somebody who can build rapport. Rapport is the number one thing that humans need to take advantage of something. So we have to say, I am pretty sure this will help you, and can I talk to you about it? Sometimes it could take a week, sometimes it could take a day, but it really does take somebody who talks to the person and helps them understand that their freedom, we all appreciate freedom, will be improved by connecting with services. So there really is a science and strategy to how we do that intervention. That's why if we wanted to bring back a homeless outreach coordinator here in Greenville, it'd probably help a huge bunch if they had the right education and knew how.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you see as a next step? You've given us this information, so now that we have this information, what would you like to see as a next step?
I'll tell you what, if you had the opportunity and the ability to fund a part-time or full-time homeless outreach coordinator here in Greenville, I think that would be perfect. If you have the ability to arrange a forum so that the community could come together and start talking about immediate and long-term solutions, I think that would be a great next step. Even if it was this month or next month, there's a couple of things. There's some planning, right? Maybe we need more affordable housing. Maybe we need some more shelters built. That's not going to happen tomorrow, but we need to put those balls in motion. What we also need is a fund, something where people could say, you know what, right now we get there's a problem. We're going to either put people up in a hotel, we're going to put people up in an apartment. We have to have some kind of a strategy to get us through the next couple of months, 6 months, a year, till we have those things in place. I think that that's something that this council could do, is put together a fund or a way for us to address immediate things.
So MCAP, Miami Valley Community Action Partnership, that would probably be your best resource at present time if they're going to bring that coordinated program back, because then that would happen from the Dayton office, the Dayton plan, and then come to the local. So that's probably is a good resource point to begin at.
I appreciate that, and I think it would be so much more beneficial if we had some kind of a public and city and official partnership with them. Because I think right now, CAP here in Darke County, they're in charge of the shelter, they're in charge of the housing vouchers. And if we go to them, if you're someone seeking services or you're an advocate, what they will tell you is, we have nothing and we need help. So I'm here today asking on their behalf as well. Mm-hmm. They need help, and whether that's the city partnering with MCAP or what it is, if the city wants to help promote a fund at CAP that we can all donate to, tell me about it. I'm happy to put it out there.
And I also think, just a footnote, the last time that I was aware of a situation, the homeless shelter has been closed for a couple of reasons. One of them being that it needed to be updated for safety reasons. So just to say it's closed, we need to find out. We need to know that it was closed because of updating it, and that still doesn't make it right, but it does help with sharing of the information.
It does, and I appreciate that. I think the critical thing is that it was closed for safety reasons, and we do not have a gap. We do not have a stopgap.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate all of you. Please let me know if I can be of help, if our agencies can be of help, how we can work together to solve this issue. Thank you for speaking. I think you did a great job. Hope you all have a good night.
Ryan, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you. I'm kind of slow here. Timothy Gilbert, Birchwood Drive. When Ms. Hutt so eloquently read that thing to you about the benches and things like that, I had to kind of respond a little bit, since I'm part of the, how would you put it, the aging constituency here, or something like that, something about aging. So I'm one of the aged guys, but there are a lot of grandmothers and great-grandmothers around me that take their kids downtown, and some of the things that I read about the mayor's statement about removing the benches and things that were of concern to me were the people on the benches, which I've walked by tons of them that were smoking, building a pile of cigarettes below their bench, asking people for money, and now apparently we have some that are following small children into some of the businesses for some of the things like that. So asking for those benches to be put back, I would suggest that maybe we put them by the water parks or by the elementary schools or something like that, and then watch those guys gravitate to those places. I don't think so. So when you have those kind of things, I'm not trying to make this personal or anything, I'm just realizing that what I've seen in past years in different states and in different major cities, you're starting to get that stuff here. You're starting to get the drugs, you're starting to get, and if you do what this last guy who lectured and left, if he's opened up some of his doors in his house to some of these people so that they won't be homeless, I would be very surprised. And to ask you to do it without him setting the example, all of these thousands of social workers that we supposedly have in this county, in the state, the federal level, they've got all these people to handle this problem and they're not doing it, and he's here to complain to you and ask you for money that comes out of our taxes and things like this, to me is kind of a travesty and a bit of a comedy, you know, because all I can do is kind of laugh at these suggestions because that's what they do. They ask for money, they spend it on themselves, and the homeless and the mentally ill and the drug addicts, and I think he was involved with suicide something or other. Apparently there's not enough suicide around, so he's trying to initiate more of that. I don't know. So it's a comedy, like I say, and so I apologize for making it personal if I did, and I hope that the reasons that you removed the benches are exactly why they should have been removed, because of the old yogurt shop that was replaced by the criminal education center by Judge Hine long ago, who spent millions of dollars down there for the county, initiated a lot of that, because that's about when the benches were put out there. And a lot of the guys come from those classes, and they're right down on 3rd Street from the kids and things at the dancing center and things like this. That's kind of interesting to me that you put that many criminals. They can't be more than, what, 100 feet, 500 feet from a school, and you put them right beside a teaching entity like that. Just mystified me. Somehow the county or the feds did this, I don't know how, but the city should maybe not be buffaloed by people reading speeches to you and more or less listen from the people. And I appreciate you listening to me, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
I don't have any questions about that. I just had to have a little rebuttal time, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Okay, well, I don't really have a speech, I didn't really have anything planned, but this is really nothing new, what's going on, besides for the benches. But last fall, late summer, early fall, we had an issue downtown. There was urinating on the streets, there was fighting, there was knives being pulled. And I would say that probably made up maybe 10 or 12 people. So what we did was what's called hotspot policing, where we went out different times, heavy patrols. We made several arrests, and kind of mitigated the issue. But after that, I think it was late last fall, we had a meeting in the basement of the city building where we got all these different resources together, and the news was there, and there was a lot of talking going on. And what came of that was we came up with a sheet with different resources on it, with like where we would put the person's name and then check boxes to say, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? You know, and so on and so forth. That was beneficial, but I'll be honest, we did hit a brick wall, and I'll just use one person as an example that's still kind of hanging out in the downtown area, and he's not really doing anything illegal, I want to be honest. He's sort of just hanging out. Homelessness is not a crime. It's sometimes the issues that surround it is where it becomes a problem, but with this particular individual, we got through all the resources, and there was one in there where actually at the same time I was going to see him, this place that wanted to take him in was actually there already talking to him, and we were getting, yeah, I don't want to do that, I'm going to do this, and so the resource was there, and the person made that choice. I mean, we live in a world where you can make your own choices, and it's our job, I think, to offer the resources. If they don't want it, then that's free choice. You make your choice. But we're not going to allow the downtown business area. And first of all, I think there may have been some, you know, while Mr. Acker was talking, there was, I believe, and I don't think he's doing it intentionally, I think he sees it from his line of work where people are experiencing homelessness, but I don't want the misconception to be that there's people lined up down Broadway and the term children was used. We don't see a lot of homeless children. I'm not saying there's none, but that can get to your emotions there. Whenever kids are involved, people, I think, there's not a lot of that, at least from what we experience on the law enforcement side. It does happen, but there are, I feel like with children's services and different resources, people are running to the aid there. We're not letting kids unattended homeless down Broadway, just so we're clear. The homeless shelter is closed. I go to a meeting quarterly with CAP and some different people, and it's under construction. They were doing some security features there, like with installing cameras and things. I do believe Megan Campbell, she's the director there. I know she's working really, really hard to get that up and running. A lot of those people that are in the homeless shelter, though, when they are there, you know, they stay there for, I feel like, quite a while they get under their feet, and they really can't house a lot of people. I don't know what the number is, but they don't take in a lot of people. And one thing that I took away from our meeting last fall with all the resources, Mercy Mission House in Sydney does it's not just a shelter. I don't think a shelter is really what we need, just a roof over their head. We need the resources combined to help them get a driver's license, help them get a job, and then, you know, mental health support, all these things. A shelter is not going to do any good if there's no support behind it. So I would encourage you all to look into what Mercy Mission House in Sydney does, because it's a long-term with a lot of support behind it to get these people back up and running, and their success rate's really high from the research I did. And people here are eligible to go there, and those are some of the resources that we have offered people. I would say right now in the downtown business area, there has not been a lot of crime downtown. Like, I know we're just warming up, and we got a long way to go till colder weather, but there hasn't been a ton of crime down there. There could be some littering and things that we watch out for. If there's a disorderly conduct or trespassing, those kind of things, we're pretty responsive to that. And like I said, we try to be as compassionate as we can be from law enforcement, but there also has to be some give there too. There also has to be the desire to want those resources. So I'm all for working with as many stakeholders who want to help, but getting the people there, and I believe I will say, the times that we have had to cite people or arrest them, I think our court system is doing a pretty good job too of the follow-up with them, like through probation or different resources to try to get them, because nobody wants to see someone homeless. That's not the goal here. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that input.
Anyone else wishing to address council?
Hello, everybody. I'm Sabina Eichler. I was talking to some of the guys who are homeless, and I was told, when I told them there's a couple of places where they could go and get some help, I was told, well, I don't want their darn rules. Okay, I'm an adult, I don't care, and nobody can do anything about it. Well, since you guys removed the benches, the guys kind of just moseyed on down to the splash pad. So, and we go down there with the grandkids and great-grandkids, and they eat their little snacks, and you see the guys like staring at them while they eat. So, obviously, that really didn't help too much about the benches. I was thinking maybe we can just put like a bar across the middle of the bench, then you have 2 seating areas, and nobody can lay on them. So, because, I mean, there are some people they are homeless and would like to find a place, and I truly feel bad for them, but we have a couple of them here, just don't want the rules. And we all have rules. So, that's all I got to say.
Regarding the bars that you suggested going across the benches, we looked into that last year when we were having all the difficulty, and Matt Myers, our street superintendent, had been looking into those, and we couldn't find anything that would work with those particular benches.
Well, just like a metal rod, little down.
I can't speak to that because I'm not in the business, but all I know is what Matt told me, and we were absolutely looking into that last summer when we were experiencing everything then, and we couldn't find anything that would work.
Well, it's just not at the splash pad, so now we have to worry about the little ones running around over
Well,
there.
there's, the police can patrol that.
Right, but,
I mean, we don't want any trouble. Part of the problem is the preying on the kids, and that's a big concern, and
Right.
now that we know that that's spreading down there, we'll certainly
Yeah.
patrol that area heavier.
yeah, I had told Chief before the meeting, so he said he will. So, and I trust he will.
Yeah,
So-
I do too.
Well, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address council?
Okay, my name's Jana Dieter and I live in Greenville. So the benches, yeah, that's one of my concerns. I was recently in the hospital and I want to tell you, having a bench where you could sit down is a godsend. You don't have to be homeless to want a bench. So when I read that they had removed them, I was very disappointed. Walmart doesn't have benches at the back of the store, so I don't shop at the back of the store anymore. It's just too much hassle. So the one thing I wondered about, I've been told that some of the businesses have started setting out chairs. I applaud every business that has done that. I haven't been down there to see it yet, but I plan on going down there. I really want to make an effort to see what they're trying to do. Have you ever thought about maybe taking a storefront? We have several downtown that are empty. What if we made them rest areas during the day? That people could come in there and rest, because I do think of the elderly, and sometimes they just got to get their second wind. So could we possibly have a place where they could go into, and then you're going to shut it down when Broadway shuts down? I know that I used the benches when I went to the movie theater. So now that they're not there, I'm going to hopefully park close enough that I can sit in my car. But why not utilize a room down or a building downtown that we could possibly make it for people to go in there and rest a little. You might even be able to have a vending machine and that sells water or whatever. So that was my one concern. I had somebody come to me the other day and said, why are semi-trucks being permitted to go down Russ Road? So I drove over there. And it does say no thorough trucks. I forget how the wording is. And they said they see it all the time, but nobody's stopping them. See, they're doing a shortcut probably to Wagner. So I said, okay, I'm going to take your concern to the council. So there you go. I was out at the park the other day picking up trash after graduation, and I didn't run into the person, but I ran into his stuff. He had hidden it there in one of the shelters, and I thought, oh great, now they're moving out here. So I saw the trash, and then I saw the clothes and other stuff. So do we want them hanging out there with all the kids playing? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of events coming down. They just announced one earlier tonight. And so if these people are going to be allowed to do what they did down on Broadway out there, well, then you're going to get people turned away from the park. So I don't know what the solution is. We need a shelter of some sort, a place where they can go. You know, Dayton has them. I don't know why Greenville don't have it. I don't know. But anyway, that is my two concerns for this evening, so.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jenna.
Anyone else? If not, we're going to move on.
If I may, I wanted to bring up, I'm sure you've seen the petition that's gone around online. If not, it's on change.org. It's to reinstate the benches in downtown Greenville. As of right now, it has 943 certified signatures from people in the area who need the benches and would like them returned. A few of the comments was, I walk with a cane and the benches are needed as resting spots as you shot down. I work for the disabled population of this community and they're being punished over those most likely with mental illnesses loitering. There's just several comments here of people stating either they know someone or they are someone who needed those benches in order to shop downtown. And the other thought I had was removing benches doesn't stop any of the crimes from happening, it just moves them to a different location. Removing the benches is only removing an aid for a lot of people in the community that need it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, administrative reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I appreciate everyone who shared their comments with us. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate everyone who came and shared their comments with us. This has been a laborious thought process that we went through in doing this, and we appreciate your opinions on all of this. So we're going to continue to think about this and what we can do to address all of these issues. Unfortunately, a lot of it takes funding, and funding that we obviously don't have as a city. And the state, cut funding for mental health services for the most part years ago, and that's pretty much just put them out on the street instead of giving them mental health treatment mentally, and that's pretty much the case country nationwide. So I'm going to work on a list, and I've got a number of resources here that I picked up from Ryan's meeting that we had last year, and I've got a number of other resources from some events that I went to, and I'm going to check with them and make sure they're still in place and put out a list as well and combine them with Ryan's list, with Benji's list, and we'll update everything there and make that list available for everyone. We're doing the best we can, and we're trying to maintain the integrity and strength of our downtown and protect our businesses, as well as the health and, public urination and, quite frankly, defecation happens downtown. I know that for a fact from some business owners that have told me stories about it. And that just brings about illness, and including cholera. And I've got a list of all that I can provide to anyone that cares to see it. But with that said, the other thing I want to mention tonight is the Greenville Lady Wave softball team. A big positive going on here in our community, and they are leaving tomorrow for Akron to play in the state Final Four tournament. They're going to be playing on Friday at 12:30 against, help me.
Boone Carroll.
Yeah, Boone Carroll. And they'll be playing at 12:30, and then whoever makes the championship game will be playing Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So we wish them well. And although it's one game at a time, I'd like to think that we're going to be playing in that one. So with that, I pass. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Safety Service Director, Mr. Delk.
Mr. President, we have a lot of legislation, so I'm happy to answer any questions, but I'm going to pass tonight.
Wow. Really? All right. Moving on, Law Director, Mr. Reeman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I feel like I sound like a broken record talking about how busy I am, but still have a vacancy in the Assistant Law Director position. As I mentioned in the last meeting, I'm kind of transitioning to try to find just an assistant to take some of the pressure off. I was fortunate enough, I got about 25 applications in for that position. So I'm currently working through those, but I feel like I need another job to work through the application. So hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And with that, I will answer any questions anyone has.
All right, thank you. Auditor, Mrs. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to try to stay super brief as well. There are several line item supplementals on the agenda this evening. They're due to some insurance that we needed to appropriate that we didn't pay our insurance bill until this year, and so this will just take us to our next renewal period. Also, there's a final supplemental for the funding that was received from the prosecuting attorney for the drug dog that I think you guys all met the last meeting, so we want to get that completed as well. And the pool supplemental is just for lifeguard licensing, and we will be recouping some of that. So it's a recertification of the rehires as well. And then the final thing that I want to discuss or make council aware of is we have all the departments have submitted their budgets for 2027. We are required by the state of auditor, the state of Ohio, to submit that preliminary budget to the county auditor, and that is due on the 1st of July. So it's completed and put together. The appropriation worksheets are done, and we've reviewed them. They are balanced. And I would like to bring legislation to the next meeting to pass that preliminary budget. And as all of you remember that have went through this process several times, that's only a preliminary budget. That's just paperwork that needs to be filed, and we will be resubmitting, all the departments will be re-reviewing everything in their department and submitting a fall budget. And at that point is when we will sit down line by line and really review the budget in its entirety. And I also was able to talk with the finance chair, Mr. Norris, and he has also had the worksheets. Anyone that has any questions or wants to review those worksheets, I do have copies. You're welcome to them. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. I'll be glad to sit down with you. But like I said, this is just more or less paperwork to get done for our part. So with that, I'll take any questions.
But it's hard for an auditor to say it's a guesstimate.
I can't do it. I've been trying really hard to wrap my mind around it, and it's very, very difficult.
I just had to interject that.
You know how hard that is for me, Dolores. It's very hard.
Sorry, that was unkind. I apologize. It's not really. It's true.
Thank you. I'll pass. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, committee reports, nothing scheduled for this evening. Ordinances and resolutions, we've got quite a list. Are you ready? Okay. The first is a supplemental ordinance.
Ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Greenville, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. These supplemental appropriations are from the general fund to new equipment police in the amount of $6,000. These funds are being appropriated from a donation made by the prosecuting attorney for the drug dog purchase. And then supplies, municipal building in the amount of $350. These funds are being appropriated for the overage of the insurance premium due to an increase in coverage for the city building. The special park fund, office supplies, these funds are being appropriated for the overage of the insurance premium. Swimming pool maintenance and operations, office supplies, these funds are being appropriated for fees regarding the lifeguard's certification at the pool. And park fund, office supplies, these funds are being appropriated for the overage of the insurance premium for the 2025-2026 insurance policy.
Move to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Greenville, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Greenville, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026.
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Okay, number 2, we have a resolution to accept bid from Polecat for water treatment plant removal and disposal of lime sludge.
A resolution authorizing accepting the bid for the water treatment plant removal and disposal of lime sludge. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to accept the bid of Polecat LLC for the removal and disposal of lime sludge.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing accepting the bid for the water treatment plant removal and disposal of lime sludge. A resolution authorizing accepting the bid for the water treatment plant removal and disposal of lime sludge.
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 3, we have a resolution to accept a bid from EB Fuel Stop.
A resolution accepting the EB Fuel Stop LLC bid for the provision of fuel services. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to accept the bid of EB Fuel Stop LLC for fuel services for the city.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Wellman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution accepting the EB Fuel Stop LLC bid for the provision of fuel services. A resolution accepting the EB Fuel Stop LLC bid for the provision of fuel services.
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the resolution. Discussion?
Yes. This is in conjunction with the schools.
Correct.
This bid.
Correct. Yes, we bid it together, and then the schools comes in on our bid. So they're scheduled to do their resolution on the 10th, I believe it is.
On their next meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
And what type of increase have we noticed?
No increase. So how we bid our fuel, basically we get a bid based on the bulk rate, and then it's a plus, like this one's 3 cents, the last one was 3 cents as well. So it's all driven by current day's pricing at bulk rate plus the 3 cent adder, so
Okay.
we're paying much
We get a discount based on what you would see on the fuel
on the
price.
pump.
Yeah, that's
But
what
because it's priced that way, the fluctuations in the market are the
Do
same.
have-
So when gas goes up, it costs us more.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about that budget.
You could put them down to $2.59 a gallon.
What's wrong with you? Okay, thank you.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 4, we have a resolution authorizing disposition of a no longer needed motor vehicle.
A resolution authorizing the disposition of a no longer needed motor vehicle of the police department on Gov Deals. This resolution authorizes the disposal of a 2011 Ford Crown Victoria from the police department through Gov Deals.
Motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules and give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the disposition of a no longer needed motor vehicle on the police department on Gov Deals. A resolution authorizing the disposition of a no longer needed motor vehicle of the police department on Gov Deals.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion.
We'll give it to you.
Motion by Mr. Norris to accept the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
All right. Number 5, we have a resolution authorizing to advertise bids for Phase 4 of the sidewalk project.
A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for Phase 4 of the sidewalk project for 2026. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to advertise for bids for Phase 4 of the sidewalk project for 2026.
Motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for Phase 4 of the sidewalk project for 2026. A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for Phase 4 of the sidewalk project for 2026.
Motion to adopt resolution.
Motion by Mr. Willman to adopt the resolution. Discussion?
Just a reminder, where is Phase 4? What areas does it cover? General.
General would be the northwest of Broadway.
Northwest.
Treeway, Magnolia, Burr Oak,
Okay.
Aspen, up in that area.
Thank you.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 6, we have a resolution authorizing Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Choice One.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to Phase 4 of the sidewalk project. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to Phase 4 of the sidewalk project.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to Phase 4 of the sidewalk project. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to Phase 4 of the sidewalk project.
Motion to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 7, resolution authorizing Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks for services related to concrete cutting. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks for the grinding of sidewalks in Phase 4 of the sidewalk project.
Motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks for services related to concrete cutting. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Precision Safe Sidewalks for services related to concrete cutting.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Norris to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes. Okay, number 8, we have a resolution authorizing to advertise for bids for maintenance paving for 2026.
A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for maintenance paving streets for 2026. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to advertise for bids for 2026 street maintenance paving.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for maintenance paving streets for 2026. A resolution authorizing advertising for bids for maintenance paving streets 2026.
Make a motion to adopt resolution.
Motion by Mr. Kendall to adopt the resolution. Discussion?
Yeah, Ryan, is Chippewa, I was asked today of this question.
Yep. So the water line projects, Chippewa, Arc, Marion.
Down to the manor or whatever.
Yep, Green Street, Treaty Way, Duke. There are a few others in there, but those what I can remember off the top
From
of
the
my head.
band shell.
Yeah, they said
Band
Chippewa
shell.
Street to Treaty Manor and the street that they tore up for the water lines.
Yep, all that's on there.
Thank you.
Is that the general area that you're doing? Where's the paving rotation now?
Oh, that's what I was saying. So Chippewa, Arc, Marion, Green Street, Treaty Way, Duke Avenue, some around the band shell.
Okay. So north end.
I don't recall if there's any south end stuff this year or not. There's in the legislation, there's maps of all of them too, with the list.
I'll go dig that up and look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maintenance paving isn't by areas like the sidewalks are, it's more dedicated to the condition of the streets throughout the city, and so it's the hierarchy of that. This one just happens, a lot of the condition is in that area because of the water line projects.
Yeah. No objection, just curious.
Absolutely.
Inquiring minds.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes. Number 9, we have a resolution authorizing Safety Service Director to apply to participate in the OPWC State Capital Program.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs and to execute contracts as required. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to apply to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement programs and execute contracts for obtaining financial assistance.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs and to execute contracts as required. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs and to execute contracts as required.
Make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Kendall to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 10, we have a resolution authorizing a CRA agreement for GPS computers.
A resolution authorizing a Community Reinvestment Area, CRA, agreement between the City of Greenville and GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, within the Greenville CRA area. This resolution grants tax exemptions to GPS Computers, LLC, at 1718 KitchenAid Way by authorizing a Community Reinvestment Area agreement.
Move to suspend the rules and read this resolution by title only for second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Willman to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution authorizing a Community Reinvestment Area, CRA, agreement between the City of Greenville and GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, within the Greenville CRA area. A resolution authorizing a Community Reinvestment Area, CRA, agreement between the City of Greenville and GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, within the Greenville CRA area.
Motion to adopt?
Motion by Mr. Godwin to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 11, we have a resolution reducing water and sewer tap fees for GPS computer.
A resolution to charge GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, at 1718 KitchenAid Way tap-in fees for water at a cost of $3,800 and no cents, and sewer at a cost of $3,375 and no cents. This resolution charges water and sewer tap fees for a 1.5-inch meter for GPS Computers, LLC, at 1718 KitchenAid Way.
Motion to suspend the rules in this resolution and read it by title only, second, third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution to charge GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, at 1718 KitchenAid Way tap-in fees for water at a cost of $3,800 and no cents, and sewer at a cost of $3,375 and no cents. A resolution to charge GPS Computer Services and More, LLC, at 1718 KitchenAid Way tap-in fees for water at a cost of $3,800 and no cents, and sewer at a cost of $3,375 and no cents.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 12, we have an ordinance for providing outside service for fleet and farm truck wash.
An ordinance authorizing an agreement to provide water and sewer services outside the city. This ordinance provides outside water and sewer services for Fleet and Farm Truck Wash, LLC, at 5465 Sebring Warner Road, per the terms of a signed utility service agreement with the township and the property owner.
Move to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this ordinance a second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely? Yes. Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
An ordinance authorizing an agreement to provide water and sewer services outside the city. An ordinance authorizing an agreement to provide water and sewer services outside the city.
Motion adopt.
Motion by Mr. Willman to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Is it a potential annexation into the city at some time?
Yes.
Thank you very much. You've got that little thing clarified there. Thank you.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Number 13, a resolution reducing permit costs for pole installations.
A resolution changing the bond requirements and reducing the permit fee for AES in connection with the 2026 AES pole replacement project. This resolution reduces the pole permit fee from $60 permit to $25 permit for the 2026 AES pole replacement project.
Motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules and give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
A resolution changing the bond requirements and reducing the permit fee for AES in connection with the 2026 AES pole replacement project. A resolution changing the bond requirements and reducing the permit fee for AES in connection with the 2026 AES pole replacement project.
Make a motion to accept adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Kindle to adopt the resolution. Discussion?
Why was there a reduction?
So for all these big projects with AS, we do it with CenterPoint a lot. We don't have a lot of dollars in what we typically do on projects as far as inspections go and checking the lines. It's just replacing existing poles. So they asked for us to do a reduction. And the number of poles, I think was like 156 for the entire community. And all they're doing is replacing an existing pole with a new pole. So to encourage that, we offer them a reduction.
All right, thank you.
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Okay, that's all the ordinances and resolutions. We do have 2 items under new business. The first is a liquor control license transfer request. We did receive a letter from the police chief, correct, on that? And
It is not
saying
necessary to
that
request a hearing.
he does not request a hearing, does not feel it's necessary for a hearing on that. And number 2, there is a handicap parking sign request. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Clarify, it's his opinion to council, but then council needs to vote
Okay.
whether you would have a hearing or not. And so typically now it's just a motion vote that council doesn't request a hearing.
Okay.
Motion that we do not request a hearing.
Motion by Mr. Rogers that we do not request a hearing. Discussion?
Yeah, what place is this? 406? Okay. Oh, okay.
Merchant House
The
one.
merchant house was.
Cowboy?
Further discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yes.
Okay, and then number 2, there was a handicap parking sign request at 219 East Water, and Chief responded on that as well.
He
His
recommends.
recommendation to make that handicap parking. Do we need a
So moved.
motion by Mr. Rogers to accept the handicap parking sign request at 219 East Water? Discussion? Call the roll.
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Ely?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
Kindle?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing under old business. Our council representative outside committee, any updates on the CIC?
Brian, you want to handle that? Please.
Sure. We're in the process of updating our strategic plan for the CIC that we're going to plan to approve at our July meeting. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on with it.
Very good, thank you. And Community Action Partnership, I spoke with Mr. Willman. Not much going on there, the way I understand it right now.
Yeah, they had a reorganization of some of the people in charge of the committees there. So I've been trying to get a hold of Missy Frost. So to tell her that I'm part of the group of trustees now. I'm waiting for her to return my call. So I don't have any updates now. We can check back in another month if you want.
Very good.
See where we're at.
Sounds good.
Find out if we can go to the next meeting.
All right, appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Okay, communications?
There were 2 communications received, the minutes from the Greenville CIC meeting held on March the 24th, and a disc containing the 2026 AES Ohio staff report.
Okay, let's call down the council.
Norris?
Yeah, well, thank you for everybody coming tonight. Appreciate the comments from the public regarding downtown. It's a tough spot for us to be in right now, and try to appease everyone. As Mr. Acker stated, it's a long-term thing. It's something that we have to work at. Police chief knows as well. I was in that meeting in the fall. There's a lot of moving parts, and sometimes starts at the feds and they lock up the funds, so we have to pivot on that. So we'll be working diligently on that. Cemetery looked great. We were out there for Memorial Day. We had a nice Memorial Day parade. But yeah, Tracy and his people did a nice job. It looked great. Galen Blosser was the keynote speaker this year, and it was really worth celebrating, and we had a perfect day, which made it really nice. First Friday coming up, and then we have Lady Wave going to state, so I'm a little bit partial to that. They did put a sign up out front. It should be done by the time we leave here tonight. Mr. and Mrs. Davidson did that, one of the players' parents, so that's good to give them well wishes for Friday and hopefully to continue on Saturday. And with that, I will pass.
Rogers?
Yeah, congratulations to girls softball. It's great to see them go on, and hopefully they could win all the way. And also want to thank everybody for coming up and expressing their thoughts tonight. It's a tough nut to crack, and it's unfortunate that the benches were removed. However, sometimes you have to do something extraordinary to start with, and then work back the other direction. So anyway, I get a kick out of the social media comments, though, that anonymous. Well, if you don't want to put your name out there, don't say anything. And, kind of another thing that goes along with social media is the truck wash. Social media had it that there was going to be a Dollar General store out there. So I like that anyway. But, it's one of those things where, I hope everybody can eventually get what they need or what they want. I did notice also that some businesses have been putting benches or chairs and small tables and things out. That's kind of a good way of putting it, because the businesses that have had some problems, maybe they don't want the benches, and then the businesses that do want the benches, they can put them out there themselves. So that might, and then they would have control over who sits on them and who don't, who sleeps on them or whatever. So that might be the way to go. Who knows? I don't have the answer for sure, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. With that, I pass.
Willman?
Yes, I appreciate everybody coming. It's nice to hear all the comments from the public, no doubt. I'd like to see the benches come back one day. I think there's other ways to take care of the problem. We're always going to have homeless, no way around it. I just think we need to do a little more thinking and trying to figure out how it works. And hopefully agencies around the community can figure out ways to get more shelter room for some people. But a lot of these people have to make a choice on their own too. I've seen it for years and tried to help people out, and it's a tough deal. And like I said, they have to make a choice to want to be in a shelter to begin with, because they don't always want to go, because they have to follow the rules, and they don't like it. So other than that, Go Lady Wave, softball, and I'll pass.
Ely?
Yes, I just want to thank everybody for coming. I think it's nice that we can have some comments from the community about what goes on. And I will just be right up front with you. If the public does not appreciate or understand why leadership does something, I think it's good that you ask questions and don't hide behind anonymous. And I will put a challenge out there to the community as well. If you don't like the present leadership, you don't like how we make our decisions, the Board of Elections will soon be taking petitions. You can go down and get a petition, and you can, at this time, you could run for the ward seats. So you could run for my job, Steve's job, Leon's job, and Clarence's job. So I encourage people to get out and participate. If you don't like it, don't hide behind anonymous, but put yourself out there sometimes. And again, I thank all of you for your input. And with that, I think a better pass.
Godwin?
I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but thanks everybody for coming up and for the input on the benches. And as far as a place that Ms. Dieter asked about, a place to sit or a place to go during the day, I think the Visitors Bureau has a bench inside that you can go in there and sit down.
You got a couple couches.
Have a couch and a
couches.
chair, and
That's open during the week, so people can go in there. I don't know if they have water in there, but that's a place they can go in there instead of being an empty storefront or something. And then with that, I'll pass.
Kendall?
It was really nice seeing all the participation tonight and getting the input. Appreciate everybody being here. Also, good luck to the Lady Wave this weekend, and hopefully they can bring home a trophy. With that, I pass.
President Schmidt?
I too would like to thank everyone for coming up. I felt we had some good discussion tonight, and I know everyone's gears are turning, and hopefully we can come up with a good solution moving forward. And I too would like to wish the girls softball the best of luck this weekend. And with that, I will pass, and we'll through the chambers.
Motion to rise to executive session.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to rise to executive.
Just to be clear, it's executive session for personnel.
Personnel, thank you. Discussion? Call the roll?
Norris?
Yes.
Rogers?
Yes.
Willman?
Yes.
Godwin?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ely?
yes.
Kendall?
Yes.
Okay.